What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Shiva and Shakti and the divine consciousness, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, how this all relates to yoga, how this relates to kundalini awakening, and so much more. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit that notifications bell to get updated for all future videos. So I want to start with talking about Shakti, because Shakti is the divine feminine. Shakti is the divine mother. So if we look at the earth as a manifestation of God, rather than a religious perspective of God is somewhere out there, and only when we leave here will we get to know what it's like to be with God. Now, Shakti is the embodiment of God, even in other scriptures. Even in the Old Testament of the Bible, they talked about the Shekinah in the Hebrew tradition. It was called the Shekinah or the Shekinah. Shakti, Shekinah, very similar word, interesting, if you look at the etymology. And that was known as the presence of God, that whenever God manifested, he manifested in with his presence, which is the wisdom. Solomon talked about wisdom as well, and even says specifically her, that wisdom is her. Not him, as in the masculine form of God, but her. So this is Shakti, manifesting wisdom. And they even say the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. So this is an interesting or an esoteric look at this link between different cultures explaining the same thing. That God isn't just somewhere out there, but God manifests within us on this earth. Now let me talk about Shakti from a more yogic perspective, a more Eastern perspective. Shakti is the expression of energy. She is the lower chakras, we could even say the lower three chakras, which deal with survival, they deal with nourishment, they deal with sensuality, sexuality, creativity, reproductive function. They deal with our choices, our willpower, things dealing with the body, taking action, the solar plexus, being active physically. These are all manifestations of Shakti. But I want manifestations of Shakti, forgive me. But what I want to recognize here is that just because this energy is feminine, this has nothing to do with a man is supposed to be this way and a woman is supposed to be this way. That's a very new age misconception. But it also has nothing to mean that a man should be a woman and a woman should be a man. I think that needs to be made very clear in at least what I'm sharing. No matter what other teachers may believe or think or want to ascribe as this is everyone's supposed to be included and all this. Well, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. So if you need that opinion, there it is. But when it comes to Shakti, men and women, birds, trees, rocks, everything has Shakti flowing through it. Because without the life energy, without the fluidity of creation, we wouldn't be able to know our creator. We wouldn't be able to see beauty, music, art, dance, all expressions of Shakti. But I want to also explain how in the Kundalini awakening, Shakti goes through all 7 chakras. And if Shiva is the consciousness in the third eye, that single-pointed consciousness that is connected to all, that is connected to God and divine and the Most High, that state of consciousness is realized by awakening these lower centers and then purifying the energy so that they can come up. And this is all about the Kundalini awakening, is bringing this Shakti that is normally going down. Most people are living their lives reproducing, having sex. They might not even be having sex to have children. They're just ejaculating. That's why we share information on semen retention and Tantra on this channel, so you can check out some of those videos if you're new to that subject. But that's one of the first ways to reverse this energy, is to just take a break from letting go of your seed and your semen and learn to retain that energy and watch how this energy starts to build up in your body and your chakras. But also we have to realize that naturally this energy wants to go down and out. And there's apana and prana in that sense. Apana is the downward flow of prana, which is necessary. It isn't just you should only be going prana upwards, because they say what comes up must come down. And that's why the heart chakra is actually one of the most important chakras. No matter how many people talk about the third eye and the crown and being enlightened and all that stuff, we aren't even here for that. I don't care about enlightenment. I don't care about any of those ideas and idealizations. And true self-realization is knowing that all parts of our being, all chakras, Shakti, Shiva, everyone has these two energies within them, masculine, feminine. Other cultures even call it yin and yang, but once again, it has nothing to do with genderism and pluralism and all that sort of stuff that's going on in the political movement. So I want to get all the politics out of here. I want to talk clearly and openly about how you have Shakti inside of you. She's dormant. This is kundalini now. Kundalini in the root chakra is dormant in most people, and they call it a coiled serpent because she's coiled around the kunda, around that base center, your primal most instinct. And she's waiting for you to awaken. She's waiting for you to love her, to love the goddess, to love the body, to love being embodied in this life, that we're spiritual beings that come here for human experience, that we experience this life from so many different perspectives. So to deny the mother, to deny the feminine force, the divine feminine force, rather than, like I said, a male or a female, thinking that this is, okay, only women should be about the divine feminine, only men should be about the divine masculine. That's a very skewed perspective, and I want to stop that right where it is and explain to you how this is so much more. So when you're singing praises, when you're chanting the sacred names to the goddess, the divine mother, understand that she is the nurturer, she is supporting you, she is welcoming you to this evolution. She is welcoming you as you welcome her as real and not just some imaginary figurative thing. And the more you awaken your kundalini energy, the more she will awaken each of your chakras. This is the true kundalini awakening, is once you start to have a balance of all 7 chakras, and the energy can flow up, it can flow down, but you come back to your heart center. This is once again why anahata, or the heart chakra, is so important on this path. That's why we talk about love. One love, Bob Marley. The Rastas got it right. It's about one love, one heart, one mind, being unified. And that message is so strong, so powerful, so pertinent today. It's something that's inspired me as a musician, as well as understanding the equality, understanding the unity of all things. And I want to bring that balance back, that being a man and sharing these things, everyone thinks, it should be only divine masculine, only this, and I've gotten a lot of pushback just for talking so openly about the divine mother. But what if I was here to tell you that she has come to us? She has given us these blessings, these gifts. Just like God gives us these gifts, so does Goddess, so does the divine mother. And she works in and through those who are open to that healing, that rapid healing. That's what people don't realize also about Kundalini awakening. Once Shakti starts to awaken, you can experience rapid healing, instant healing. Doesn't mean everything's just going to go away in one night. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect skin complexion and you're never going to do this or that. That's fake perfectionism. And I want to also stop that right where it is. This isn't about being some perfect, by the book, by the standard way. This is understanding that you need Shakti and you need Shiva. Men and women, and it's always been a part of you, this balance, to uphold that balance. That's even why the Anahata, they have the 2 triangles, the upward pointing for Shiva, the downward pointing for Shakti. When you bring those 2 energies together, you feel love, divine love. Not the human love that we think is, oh, if you don't have friends and if you don't have people that love you and adore you, then how could you know love? But I'm here to tell you, love is right inside of you. You don't have to go anywhere for love. God loves you just as you are, no matter what your choices are, no matter what your opinions or different beliefs or any of those things. God loves you just as you are. Goddess loves you just as you are. And that's the real truth, is that love is right here. Awakening is right here, inside of the body. You are the living temple. You are the living temple of God. And when you awaken Shakti, you will start to see from that one pointed awareness of Shiva, like, wow, this is all one. This whole experience, everything, we're interconnected. We're just here to share, to grow, to build, to awaken. Especially in these times when there's so much violence, so much hatred, so much oppression to children and women especially, as well as putting men down for being masculine. They're trying to demasculate men now. So I'm here to tell you, your Shakti will help you be more masculine, guys. Don't think it's going to make you feminine because you activated some Shakti and you activated your kundalini. Because that's also a false thing too, is there's a whole lot of that out there, and that's okay. But I'm here to tell you that this will help you to realize, especially those on their semen retention, because you're going to gain testosterone. You're going to get your manpower back. And that's how you're supposed to be, naturally, designed to be. So when you unite these energies and you can see from that oneness, you can hold that love in your heart and know that your body, your sexuality, your naturalness, everything about you is pure. What else is there to do but to give thanks, to sing, to chant, to play music, to come together in a healing way? So I just want to bring those subjects into everyone's awareness. This is just a basic little understanding of these things, and I will go deeper, more into Shiva, what is Shakti, specifics, different forms of the goddess, how we can connect to that, as well as just growing in our understanding, growing in our practices together. You can check out the links in the description. Join our yoga community over on Patreon, where we have bi-weekly meditation circles and support for Kundalini Awakening, as well as weekly classes that you can sign up for, where I will personally guide you in a one-on-one practice specifically tailored to your needs and everything that you're going through. We can talk, we can share, as well as enjoy a good practice together weekly. So check out those links. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We also have a bunch of meditations, music, and everything else here, so you can get started on your journey. So stick with us, and I'm happy to be of service. In my love, my gratitude. Namaste.